One of the ways truth is led into the mind is by sense. When we frame a proposition according to the dictates of any of our senses, for example, grass is green, fire burns wood, water is soft, iron is hard, rest is sweet to the weary limbs, light is pleasant, hunger is a painful appetite. Most histories are written by the evidence of eye or ear witnesses. Consciousness is also another way. It is the spiritual sensation of what passes in the mind. For example, I think before I speak. I desire large knowledge. I suspect my own practice. I studied hard today. My conscience bears witness of my sincerity. My soul hates vain thoughts. Fear is an uneasy passion. Consciousness is a spiritual sensation of what passes in the mind. Intelligence relates chiefly to those abstracted propositions which carry their own evidence with them. Our perception of this self-evidence is called intelligence. They are so evident in themselves to every man who attends to them that they need no proof. For example, whatsoever acteth hath a being. Nothing has no properties. A part is less than the whole. Nothing cannot be the cause of itself. These propositions are called axioms, or maxims, or first principles. These are the very foundations of all improved knowledge and reasoning. Intuition is normally called the supernatural or spiritual side of humanity that is added to intelligence. Reasoning is when one truth is inferred or drawn out from others by natural and just methods of argument. For example, if I see a house, I conclude that some man has been there and built it. Or when I survey the heavens and the earth, this gives evidence to my reason that there is a God who made them. The propositions which I believe upon this kind of evidence are called conclusions, or rational truths, and the knowledge that we gain this way is properly called science. The firm and undeniable evidences of propositions derived from sense, consciousness, intelligence, or reason is called natural certainty. When we get the evidence of any proposition from the testimony of others, it is called the evidence of faith, and this is a large part of our knowledge. For example, history and statistical facts. There are many things that we believe merely upon the authority or credit of those who have spoken or written of them. When God reveals anything to us, this gives us the evidence of divine faith. But what man acquaints us with only produces a human faith in us. In matters of faith, an exceeding great probability is called a moral certainty. Faith is distinguished into divine and human, and in regards to the testimony upon which we believe them. Man's word only rises to moral certainty, but the other, founded on the word of God, arises to an absolute and infallible assurance, which we call supernatural certainty. Inspiration is when an overpowering impression of any proposition is made upon the mind by God himself, and that gives a convincing and indubitable evidence of the truth and divinity of it. For example, many of the prophets and apostles were inspired by God as he impressed some truth upon them. Every Christian exercises divine faith when he believes any proposition which God has revealed in the Bible upon this account, because God has said it. Supernatural certainty is another way whereby truth is led into the mind. In the case of inspiration, the prophet not only exercises divine faith in believing what God reveals, but he is under a superior heavenly impression, light and evidence, whereby he is assured that God reveals it. In life, we will find that the same proposition may be known to us by different kinds of evidence. We are guilty of so many errors in reasoning, especially about divine things, because our reason is either too busy to inquire, or resolved to determine about matters that are above our present reach, or because we mingle many prejudices and secret influences of sense, fancy, passion, with our exercises of reason, and we judge and determine according to these irregular influences. If reasoning chiefly directs our practice, it is called an art. Art refers chiefly to practice, while science refers chiefly to speculation. The word science is usually applied to a whole body of regular or methodical observations or propositions, which learned men have formed concerning any subject of speculation, deriving one truth from another by a train of arguments. We call logic the art of logic because it chiefly directs our practice in life.